And one of my other favorite spots of Orizaba, I'm cruising past all of them as I'm getting ready to maybe leave soon. That lane down there, I've never been down there, but it's pretty fascinating. I may actually have walked up it. This is Calle Royale, it's a boulevard, one of the main drags of Orizaba. I have videotaped an elementary school parade that they blocked off a whole lane for, just an elementary school parade. I have been part of a huge march for the Morena party, AMLO's party, the party in power right now. Orizaba is a big AMLO Morena party town. Hundreds of people in that march. A couple of Saturdays ago, nowhere in that march was there a heckler. No, so civil. So civil in Mexico. And I've learned over time that I tend to catch a breeze here. It's a great place to catch a breeze. Especially when the main drag way back there, which I can't get from this angle, that's Madero. Madero is the big pedestrian commercial glitzy shop walkway. Wow, look at that bus. That's a tour bus, I think. I've caught taxis here. I've caught the bus. Caught the bus out to the Valle Plaza Mall where they have an Apple store. Caught that girl there with her mom. Yeah, whoa, yeah. So they do have a statutory rape law in Mexico. 12. The girl's under 12. She's not legal. So my tastes don't run that young. But you know what? I love young women. And they tend to be problemas because they're not mature. I dated a 35-year-old Ixtapa cab driver. There's the cop. Tow truck often follows the cops. They do tow. I've shared this step with a real cool young kid and with an old indigenous lady. This is an indigenous family over here. Watching people go by. Mexico, endlessly fascinating. It's gonna be really noisy now because the light changed. I've taken not that bus, the orange bus goes out to the mall, and there's a white bus that goes to the mall too. The bus ride is 12 pesos, not quite a penny American. Buses all over Mexico, and the regional buses, these are the city buses. The regional buses are air conditioned and gorgeous. They've got shades you can pull down and air conditioning. City buses are old and watch where you're putting your hand there, girl. You're gonna get arrested. And you're gonna arrest my heart. Okay, so here we are in Mexico. Getting ready to maybe leave Orizaba. Oh, look at it go, look at it go. The kids. I love the way kids are unable to walk because they have to skip and dance. And, oh, so great. And I was talking with an American friend last night about how the kids in Mexico are so happy. There was a podcast on Fresh Air in the U.S. the other day, a psychiatrist saying about American kids, our kids are not all right. So much stress, so much control, never out of their parents' sight. And their parents are so tense. And the society is breaking down. Kids in magical Mexico are magical, magical, magical. I can't take my eyes off them. So nurtured, so touched, so listened to, so allowed to be wild. Parents love it when they're wild. They get wild with them. And the secret sauce of kids in Mexico, never taught to be afraid of strangers. Now, American parents may go, well, don't they all get raped and kidnapped and stuff? No, that's like 1%, way less than 1% of how kids get into trouble. But in America, the policy is control against the worst case scenario. Figure out the worst case scenario and make sure it can't happen. I love it's mostly women in Mexico with their whistles. They do the traffic cop thing there. Yeah, there's an old truck, Caterpillar, big brand in Orizaba. Yeah, so kids in Mexico were not taught to not look strangers in the eye. They do. They check you out, and if they see a twinkle in your eye, they light up. Is that a bad thing? I think that's a wonderful thing. I was in South Texas, and a family was walking by me in this park, and I rose to say hi to them. They're all Latino in South Texas. And as they were walking down the path, the 5-year-old ran ahead and patted my belly. Just patted my belly. And I